Good morning, everyone. It's Gail with TradersHelpDesk. I just wanted to go over some of the trades that are actually apparent this morning on the Forex. Mainly, I'm using the center screen here, which is the Aussie 15-minute. The white ATR is a plus sign. The white dot is a congestion dot. The blue plus sign is the 60-minute ATR. The blue dot is the congestion dot from the 60-minute chart. The red plus sign is the red ATR from the 240-minute chart. And then the red dot is the congestion dot from the 240-minute chart. Now you can see that this is currently pulling back to the ATR. So I immediately start looking at it. Now, if you don't have this chart up, if you have like the scanner or the market analyzer or radar screen, it will highlight it in the ATR column. So this tells me look at the trade. But when I look at this trade, I can also see over on the 60-minute that we are overextended to the long side and we're probably going to get a magenta peak. That tells me that we're going to probably pull back to the blue ATR. This is not a trade setup that I want to take. Go over and look at the Euro British Pound. You can also see that this has pulled back to the white ATR. The blue ATR is above price, so we have alignment here, and we also have hidden divergence, okay? And that simply means that we made lower highs, higher highs in the stochastics. So again, I'm expecting this to go down. Now, over here, you are not overextended. It may look that way, but you're not. You are not below this green line. In addition, you just had trend divergence over here on the 240. That's what this little dot tells you. And if you notice, you're making lower lows in the stochastics, higher highs in price. That's divergence. You also have a magenta peak here. That tells us it's probably coming back to the ATR. So to me, this would be a trade setup that I'm interested in. Notice again, it's priced at ATR in the column. Over on the euro dollar, you can see that right now we are aligned to the long side. We've had trend divergence over on the 240-minute chart, but you can see it is not aligned for this to go back to this ATR. This is not one you want to take because it's not in alignment. Then if you go and look at the British pound dollar, you can see that you came back, you tested the ATR right here, and you had hidden divergence. So you're making lower lows in the stochastics and pretty much equal lows in price. Again, this is divergence, but look at your 60-minute chart. You're overextended, and the ADX is telling you this is going to pull back to this blue ATR. This is not a good setup because this is telling you downward action. The better place for an entry would have been back here when it was at the ATR. You can see it right here, and that would have been a better entry. So again, not one I would be interested in. Then if we go to the US CAD, again, you see that this is pulling back to this ATR. Now, the first thing that I would actually look at is over here, you're oversold. You're probably going to get a magenta peak here based on this current price. That means it's going to go up to the ATR on the 60-minute chart, which is right here. Not a trade I would want to enter. Then if we go to the USD Swiss franc, which is the last one, you can see on this one that you have both the white ATR and the blue ATR in your direction. You can also see from here to here, you are making higher lows, but you have got lower lows in the stochastics. You also have trend divergence over here on the 240.